What's up, alchemist? So, this reading almost did not happen, you all, because there was so many similarities in multiple piles. I thought, like, man, should I just do a collective reading instead? 1, 3, and 4 are similar, but especially 1 and 3. So if you're drawn to 1 and 3, that makes sense. To add on top of that, my voice was being super temperamental. So group 1, I'm sorry, I was extra raspy that day. Maybe you all are getting over a cold or something, and that's where that was coming in at. So take a look at the images, see which one you're most drawn to or ones, and I'll see you at your pile. Group 1, let me tell you how strong you were coming through in this reading. I was supposed to do a completely different reading today. It's a heavier mediumship reading that I'm going to be dropping as well. But I really didn't want to tap into those heavy energies today. So I wanted to do a lighter reading. And immediately, you guys started coming through. Kept hearing over and over Diana Ross, I'm Coming Up. I think that's the name of the song. It was also sampled for the song More Money, More Problems. After I kept hearing her, then Big's verse came in, BIGPOPPA, no info for the DEA. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And the no info for the DEA was you guys moving in silence, knowing it's people out here low key watching, lurking on your social media pages, wondering what you're doing, and about to have their wig blown back by this glow up, come up that is coming through for you all as you close out the year. Very challenging year you guys had last year and even leading into this year. And this is my got it through the mud. I think that's how you say it. Got it through the mud pile. Um, the energy just felt very optimistic, very, I know what's coming for me, very still going through it, but knowing that you're at the end of it and that there's a lot of things that you guys are optimistic about, excited about that's unfolding right now. Have a lot of pots boiling right now, and it's money coming through multiple pots as well that I'm going to get to. A few things that came through to confirm that this is your reading. Some of you all have an all white pet. I'm seeing also this all white spunky dog with like that her hair, she wears her hair in ponytails. You put her hair in ponytail. Or that could be you guys' energy as well, just spunky, feisty, very energized right now. I'm hearing team no sleep. Like, hey, I'll sleep once this is done. But just energized, maybe tired, but not, but don't care because you're excited about what you're working on. There's heavy Scorpio, Gemini, Cap energy that came through. Hearing that Capricorn energy is hard work, work ethic. Even you're surprised at your work ethic right now. But yeah, heavy Capricorn energy, Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or just Capricorn like focus and work ethic. And I'm just hearing fiery pile, even though I didn't necessarily get any fire signs except for maybe Sag. Sag did come through initially, but it's just more so a fiery go-getter energy. It's that Aries entrepreneurial spirit type energy. Oh, some of you all are starting a business involving food, cooking food. You had a business take off or that's taking off where you're serving food to the public. There's some musicians in this pile, music artists, singers, rappers, producers. Most of you all are making money the I don't even want to say non-traditional way, but because I can't think of a better word, that's what I'm going to use right now, is non-traditional way. Because this is the entrepreneur pal, this is the artist pal, this is the influencer, YouTube creator, TikTok, influencer, whatever pile. But let's go back for a minute. Let's go back to some of the things that took place before we got here and how we're closing out this year. There are definitely some of you that went through a breakup. It has motivated you all to climb the ladder of success, get to the bag, and rub it in their face. And there's others that have just been challenged with stability, moving from home to home, being torn between doing what it is that you love and creating stability for yourself. Be patient with me, you all, because I'm definitely losing my voice today. And you're already seeing signs of things unfolding in terms of how you all are closing out this year. A lot of you want to know what your finances are going to look like. So let's get to it. Listen, the money is coming in. I'm not saying that it's going to be this gigantic bag by the end of the year, but you're getting a preview of what the bag is going to be like next year. You are going to see the money starting to roll in. It is going to be a relief because anything extra coming in for you all right now is a relief. Look, if you're already financially good, like super good, I don't think this is your pile. This may be past energy for you all. This is for those where the money is starting to roll in. I'm really getting a glimpse of next year, this upcoming year as well. But I'll save that for another reading. But just know the bag is getting bigger next year. So you're going to get a sneak peek of it in November, December for sure. You're going to see it starting to steamroll. Also, a lot of you all like to work on your own. And so you may kind of pout when I tell you this, but you're going to see even more success through collaborations. Now, you don't have to go and seek out these collaborations. They're going to come to you. What I need for you to do is be open when the collaborations present themselves. And it is going to be a good lesson in being flexible and being a team player, but also still allowing yourself to be able to put your own sauce on those collaborations. Man, whoa, as soon as I said sauce, I saw a sauce bottled up. Some of you guys are going to be selling sauces from your restaurants. Someone's starting a restaurant or some type of food business and you're selling sauces, and that's going to be a completely separate income from the main business that's going to be making money for you in your sleep. Semi-passive income. You're putting in the work now for money. I'm getting chills from that. You're putting in the work now for money that is going to be flowing in for you later with you doing little to nothing to receive it. New wardrobe, new hair, new wardrobe. I'm hearing nails done, hair done, everything did. Male, female, don't care. Seeing a guy come through that had or have long dreads, may have went through the big chop or thinking about cutting off your dreads. Either way, you're going to look good, babe. So do what you feel called to do. If you've been holding on to those dreads for a long time, the energy you're stepping into, you might want to cut those dreads to let go of everything you went through in the past, and you can always grow them back. But either way, you're going to look good. This whole pile, people are going to be looking like, there's our confirmation. Either way, this pile, people are going to be looking like, yes. Group 2, what's up? There's an all black pet coming through as well. All black dog, all black cat that's coming through as well for those of you who have pets. But mainly this group is you're using your voice in some kind of way or some form of communication, written communication, and food. Those are like the two main businesses. I also just saw nails. So I don't know if you guys are doing like celebrity nails. That's what's coming up next for you all. That's going to help you blow up. I'm also seeing a male that likes to keep his nails manicured. And this is heterosexual energy. No offense to anybody. I'm just saying what's coming through. A straight male that likes to keep his nails nice and groomed. Even kind of have, how some people have those bulgy fingernails. Like some men have those really bulgy fingernails where, like, I'm trying to describe this. I hope you all know what I'm talking about. Where like the pink part before you get to the tip of the nail, it kind of bulges out almost like in a a dome type shape. There are some men here that have fingernails like that, rounded like a dome. You all smell good too. No offense to my ladies, but especially the men. The men listening to this pile, you all smell good. People are drawn to you from your scent. I'm getting Rihanna too, who I heard smells really good. You know what it is? The women, you have a very distinctive smell. But oh my God, this is not going to come across right. This is going to sound so shady. And I'm not saying it in a shady way because this is definitely my group as well. But the women, I'm not saying this like you don't smell good. I'm saying it's specific. This where the men, you may wear 3, 4 different colognes, but whatever you wear, you smell good. Where the women, it's very signature, your scent. But either way, this pile, your scent stands out. People know your smell a mile away. If they catch a whiff of your fragrance, even if they don't see you, they're going to think of you. They're going to know it's you. Just big first house energy. Because Aries are like, when I think of entrepreneurs, I think of Aries. But there could be some Aries in this pile too. I just don't like naming a lot of signs in a reading. Because, I mean, at some point it's like, okay, well, this could apply to anyone. And it's not very specific. But really, I feel like it's just more Aries energy. Very charged, very energized, ready to go. I think more Scorpio energy. Double Aquarius energy here too. So you got double Sag energy, double Cap energy, double Gemini energy too. It was actually triple Capricorn energy, by the way. You all are going to end up going to type of gathering towards the end of the year, and you're going to meet a significant person for this next chapter of your life. I'm not saying it like this is your future husband or wife. This could be a business partner. This could be a friend. This could just be someone that you date and have a good time with and end up being cool with for the rest of your life. But it's going to be someone new, significant person that you meet towards the end of the year. New Year's Eve party, birthday party, office holiday party, something like that. I see them coming in. So just be open. Because this group is really focused on work. So turning down a lot of invitations unless they're connected to work. Try to accept this end of the year invite. Try to go. Even if you just have the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to show my face and go home. That's not how it's going to turn out. You're going to end up staying. But yeah, be open to that. Because there's someone significant coming in for the next chapter towards the end of the year. Well, some of you all, male or female, are really in your pink bag. Variations of the color pink and purple. Yeah, variations of the color pink and purple are really big for you all right now. Rather, we're speaking about you guys being really tapped into the heart and crown chakra, or if those are just some colors that you find yourself wearing a lot or your favorite colors. I'm also hearing that you have a guide where these were their favorite colors and now you're finding yourself drawn to them as well, because there are some of you that have a loved one or a friend that you lost close to you. They're like shaking their pom-poms for you. They're bringing the right people in front of you, and they're making it clear to you who you should not be dealing with, who are the snakes. They're showing you all of this. So ask for that help, ask for that guidance, pay attention, continue to move forward fearlessly, because this is your time. And I think that's why that heavy Gemini energy was coming through, because Jupiter's in Gemini right now. So that is like the most favored sign of the zodiac right now. Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon, which makes me also think about putting on a bit of weight. You guys may be working to get a bit of extra weight off. That's going to come because you guys are going to be so busy, you're not going to be thinking about food. And you're going to be so excited about the bag that's coming in that you're not going to be emotionally eating like you might have been doing this past year with everything that was going on, kind of using food for comfort or just due to instability, not having the best eating practices. So that weight is coming off too. You're probably already shedding the weight by the time you listen to this message. To wrap this up, how are you closing out the year? You are closing out the year with less weight on you, with a slimmer waistline. You're closing out the year with more money in the bank and continuing to build up. You're closing out the year with new connections coming in. You're closing out the year more stable. You're more at peace. I'm not going to say you're getting more sleep, but you have the ability to get more sleep. Like for the longest, you didn't feel like sleep was an option because many of you were in survival mode or just having trouble sleeping. But at least it's going to be an option as you close out the year. It's just you're going to be so excited and motivated by all the things that are unfolding for you at the end of the year that you might have a difficult time sleeping due to excitement. And I'm going to actually recommend this channel. I'm not affiliated with them. They're not paying me to plug them, but this channel really helps me sleep. There's a lot of Soundbath channels out there, but I don't trust all of them. Healing Vibrations has a sleeping vibrations channel. You probably hear me mention them a lot because I find them to be really helpful in terms of helping people sleep and helping with grief as well, or if you need something to focus while you get work done. So you could try them, sleeping vibrations, healing vibrations, to help settle your mind and get sleep done. Because you'll be sleepy and like, okay, I'm going to lay down, and then still end up getting on let me do this one thing real quick before I go to sleep, and fall asleep with your phone in your hand versus going to sleep the right way. Also, get a sleep mask. I actually recommend two to keep all the light out so that you can have a good quality restorative sleep, because that's going to help you with not looking tired. That's going to help you with bringing the youth back, because you guys may be looking like, or in the past have looked like, what you went through. Just got a confirmation for that too. You might have felt like, man, I kind of look like what I went through, and now I'm starting to get my youth back. Now my skin is starting to brighten up. My face doesn't look so tired. Yeah, sleep and water. Yeah, some of you guys aren't drinking enough water for sure. Look, I put cucumbers in my water to get me to consume more water as well. Little bit of a preview into next year. Yeah, I'm seeing a new family member come in, or a new pet that's coming in, but that's going to be in the first quarter of this upcoming year. Listen, if these messages resonated and you guys want me to continue to bring messages like this for you, subscribe, like for me. This helps me. I'm continuing to grow this channel. I'm sorry my voice is a little bipolar today, but you'll notice it definitely switches up on you. Let me know what part of the messages you connected with, and definitely don't hesitate to let me know what type of readings you would like to see going forward. I'm going to try and leave some of those cards like in the upper right hand, left hand corner of the screen, where if you feel like there's more messages you want to hear, you'll be able to check out some other readings on my channel as I continue to build up this channel. I'm speaking for all deserving an abundant year ahead and just a beautiful closeout to this year. Okay, I'll catch you all on the next one. A variety of messages here for you all, so let's get to it. For one, some of you that are dealing with migraines or some chronic issue from the throat up. If you are also dealing with sugar cravings or a craving to some type of food that you know is not good for you, it is triggering this issue. It is triggering the migraines or whatever this chronic issue is that you're dealing with from the throat up. That can also apply to a child. If you're having some issue with the child in the throat, sinus, head area, it is a food that's triggering this issue. You all are closing out the year working aggressively towards a promotion, some type of certification or a degree that you guys are getting in order to get promoted on your current job. The position that you're working towards is a director position or a VP position, or it's involving some type of trade. That's also where the headaches could be coming in at, because you guys are staring at a computer screen for an extended period of time or focusing really hard for this exam, and it's causing you migraines. There's also some love messages here, but we're going to get into that in a minute. I want to finish this thought in terms of the workplace, because there's some gossip surrounding you in your workplace as well, where people feel like the crazy part about you guys working so hard towards this certification or this promotion is that there are people that feel like You're getting promoted, you're getting perks at the job that you don't have to put in the work to get. They feel like you're getting off easier than others. There are some people that, because of how you're moving forward, or people that feel like the job or the promotion is yours, and that you didn't have to put in as much work to get that opportunity. I don't know if you guys have been doing a good job rubbing elbows with whoever makes the decisions in terms of the promotions, but yeah, there's some gossip surrounding you not being qualified for the job or other people being more worthy. You are going to have to tune that out, because if people aren't talking about you, you're not doing something right anyway. But also, make sure that you're not being a part of gossip as well on the other end of that. I feel like you could be getting caught up in gossip in the process of defending yourself. This is a pal that cares about their image, how you're presented, that matters to you. In the process of you defending yourself against this gossip, you may begin to participate in some gossip yourself, which is not going to help you in this situation. Stay focused. Keep telling yourself the best revenge is success. People may have heard that you're getting more money than them. That's rubbing them the wrong way. Yeah, you're on edge working towards this, and it's causing you to be a little more short tempered. Make sure you're checking that, because in getting this promotion, in taking on this position, people want to know that you're going to have decent soft skills or be able to keep up your good soft skills, and that you're not losing those soft skills. You got to recalibrate and get back even temper, because I feel like that's not your nature. I feel like you are normally, at least in the workplace, you know how to be more chill. I'm going to get to this love and travel that's coming up too, because you have someone coming in, or someone that you're dealing with, that wants to romance you via travel. So you may be closing out the year or entering into the year, taking a trip with a love interest. For some of you, truthfully, you're not even really into this person like that, but it's like, hey, I'm not doing anything else. I would love to take a trip and still have a good time with this person, but you may not be taking them that seriously right now. This is a guy that's listening. You may be trying to impress someone that you're dealing with by taking them on a trip, and truthfully, on some, hoping that you're thoroughly rewarded for this nice trip. Also, random, some of you all are in law enforcement, a nurse, medical assistant, paramedic. Back to what I was saying to the fellas that might be flying someone out. If you are, this chick that has some spicy energy that you're drawn to. For the ladies, this could be your personality and relationships, more on the spicy side. Either way, whether I'm talking to the fellas or the other way around, or my LGBTQ community, because there's that bisexual people in this pile too. Either way, you're attracted to that spicy, fellas. It's making you enjoy the chase. Yes. As you're closing out the year, you are looking forward to an opportunity to take a break, a quick vacay, ending the year, starting the year. May even be birthday season for some of you all. And so this is the reason why, whether this is somebody you're really into or not, hey, it's a travel buddy and you're going to enjoy that trip. I keep seeing these nice lips. I have some nice lips, group two. Yeah, I keep seeing these nice lips. Maybe you have a velvety voice that people appreciate, or just a way with words, but a unique voice. Sexy lips, good kisser, Gemini and Virgo energy for sure. Did I mention earlier that you all, some of you have a distinctive mark on your face as well? You may have picked a pile from a reading I did a couple of years back, where I mentioned like a birthmark or something, some distinctive mark on your face. If so, that's another way that you know this is your group. You know what? You all feel scattered as well right now, because That's how I'm feeling in this reading. I'm trying to organize the messages where like, hey, let's talk about the career, then let's talk about the love life because there was messages in multiple areas, but I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place. The messages are just coming in left and right from here and there. Oh, this, and don't forget about this and that. Because another thing that came in was you all hitting the gym, getting back in the gym. I'm hearing that it's time to full blown adult. And that's one of the reasons that you've been so aggressive and focused on this promotion, because that's going to give you the extra cushion and the security that you need to feel in order to step away from this living situation where you're dependent on someone else. You could even have a younger sibling that's standing on their own 2 feet, doing their own thing, and oof, that's kind of like a reality check that, you know, my baby brother, my baby sister can do this. Nothing wrong with the younger sibling being motivation. For those of you going after this director position, just roll with me in terms of kind of jumping all over the place with the messages because I'm just staying in the energy for right now. So, for those of you going after this director or leadership position, I keep hearing that you need to make sure you continue to carry yourself like a leader. They're rooting for you to win, but they are watching. I mean, you got some haters we talked about earlier, but in terms of the people who pull the strings, they're rooting for you to win, but you need to make them look good. You need to make them look like they're making the right decision. It may be a friend that plays a part in helping you get this promotion. And also, something else that came up in the meditation that I did for this group was having a shift in their belief system, backing away from a certain belief system, questioning the shift and the changes in your belief system is something that you may have been following going all the way back to childhood. Do not second guess this shift. What you're backing away from is for the better. You're thinking more for yourself versus having this belief system tell you how to think. And there is nothing wrong with that. You know, whatever higher power you believe in, they gave you a brain, they gave you common sense, they gave you the power to think for yourself. And you doing that, there's nothing wrong with that. And your focus is becoming more on what feels right, what is right in the eyes of karma, what is right in the eyes of God, or whatever your belief system is, what is right in the eyes of good, what is right in the eyes of the universe. And there is nothing wrong with that. You're getting confirmations because you have people coming in, situations coming in that is showing you that that's really opening your eyes to some things that you couldn't see before. And you may even have some regrets as to how you looked at certain people in the past. That's changing because you're making friends with some of those same people that you were judging. Yep. Further confirmation on the astro dice with the 12th house coming up, which is ruled by Pisces, the house of spirituality. Okay, group 2. Are you all the type to like laugh at memes with people getting hurt, with people falling? Like watching those videos where the delivery drivers fall trying to deliver packages on ice, walking up the driveway, slipping and falling. I feel like I feel like you all are the type to binge watch those and crack up from like videos showing people slipping and falling, hurting themselves. Um, which makes me think Scorpio. I feel like Scorpios laugh at stuff like that. Also, bouncing around again because like I said, the energy for this one is scattered. The love interest that you're dealing with, the person I told you that you're traveling with towards the end of the year, beginning of the year, this was a friend. This was somebody you did. This is one of the reasons why you may not be taking this very seriously. For the women, I feel like this was a friend, somebody that has progressed to something more romantic, but I think this is going to pick up more than you think. This is going to, that trip is going to show you another side of this person, and you're really going to appreciate how they're courting you, and just making you feel like that girl. So I'm gonna do my best to bring this in uh, group two, because as I've said a few times now, this is it's just a scattered energy that I've been trying to reel in, and I want to give you some closing messages on how you're wrapping up the year and going into the new year. I have some channel messages in a box that I wrote. I'm going to start recording my process as well, but this has just been easier for me right now to just do the audio. But I have these channel messages that I wrote down in a box, and okay, well, as I was saying that, this fell out. And I wasn't even trying to pull this. This was sticking out. I ignored it and then it fell out. So I'm going to touch on this one very briefly because this is kind of heavy and really didn't want to get all into this type of reading. But it's what I pulled was frenemies envy, frenemies envy, and I'm being brought back to the workplace. Yeah, I'm being brought back to the workplace, and for the guys, I am being brought to this, uh, to the person that you're courting. I don't know if somehow this person that you're courting is connected to um, a friend turned enemy, may have turned enemy because of this person that you're courting. Ugh. Okay, what advice do we have on that topic so we can move on? Just being honest with yourself about who your real friends are. I'm getting a chill from that. Whoever's the first person that came to mind, that's who it is. Don't second guess it. Okay, let's give them some positive messages going into ending the year, going into the new year. Organize. Why am I not surprised? As I've repeatedly said that I feel scattered in this reading and all over the place, and the channel message I pull out is organize. Let me tap into that. Decluttering. And this is not just in the home, this is in your finances, which is going to declutter the mind. So, for one, some of you all have been trying to organize your finances, or you know that you need to do that. It's going to give you peace of mind. It's going to make you feel more comfortable when you are spending. And so therefore if you're comfortable spending, you can attract more money. But if you're anxious about spending because you're not clear on your finances, then what are we attracting? More anxiousness around money, around funds. So for one, you guys need to organize your finances. You need to be disciplined. You need to be clear about how much money you have coming in, what your expenses are, and how much room you have left for spending, especially for you fellas that are spending on that woman. As far as the other forms of organizing and decluttering. Oh, you also need to organize your finances because for those of you that are talking about this move and leaving the nest where you're going to have larger bills. This is going to also give you more peace of mind and feeling more secure in stepping out on your own. Now, the other organizing and decluttering is around the home, it is around your routine. I'm seeing you all rushing out the door in the morning. For those of you who have children, the children not having any structure and discipline with order on their end, and uh, you have to be a good example. You can't shout, clean your room, do this, do that, and then they're not seeing that on your end. The best way to get them to do what they need to do is for you to do what you need to do. Lead by example. And some of you all, the kids are kind of spoiled, not putting your foot down, letting them get away with things that you know you should be more firm on. There's a document that some of you all are looking for as well, and you're going to find it when you declutter and organize. Get rid of those clothes and shoes that you're not wearing, donate them. I love giving stuff like that to social workers because they give it directly to families in need. And you know what I really want you all to do going into preparing to go into the New Year group two? I want you all to write out a 3-year plan. and a 1-year plan and micro steps on how you're going to get there. When I say this is going to be a huge de-stressor for you all, it's going to give you clarity. It's going to make you see that these goals are possible. It's going to make them more realistic for you. This is what you all need to do closing out this year. This is also going to reduce stress, which in turn is going to help with that migraine issue or whatever that chronic issue is that I mentioned before from the throat up. And really, group two, bottom line, tell the haters to kiss it. Seriously, because part of this scattered energy is the haters being in your energy. This reading, you know how, like, when they're pulling the balls for the lottery, picking the lottery numbers, that's what I felt like this, by the way. Hey, not encouraging gambling, but if you're feeling lucky, if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and play a number or two. But this reading, I felt like, you know how like they pick the numbers for the lottery? The balls are just rolling around in the thing and the balls roll out and boom, boom, boom. That's how I felt doing this reading. But either way, I'm trusting it. Let me know what hit home in the comments. Like, subscribe if these messages were helpful, because it helps me continue to be encouraged to help you. Yeah, this new belief system and you shaking off the haters is going to really alchemize what it is that you guys are working on elevating to career wise. So make sure that how you're moving, how you're thinking, how you're speaking is in alignment with what you're alchemizing. If you want to get your binge watch on, I'll have another reading in the upper right or left hand corner. If you feel you need more messages. Group 3, it's a lot coming in for you all, so let's get to it. First off, you all have your nose down grinding. Also, someone's experiencing some pain in their foot, possibly the right foot, which also makes me think of Pisces, which came up twice. But one of the first things I heard for you all at the top of this reading was coming in hot, 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 hot. Man, whatever you all are doing, you all are or are preparing to drop fire. Are you guys making music or you're dropping product? Whatever it is, you guys are working super hard to the point where for those of you that are in relationships, you're neglecting that romantic relationship, and we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, some of you all are working a night shift or long hours all the way into the late night. Someone that works with their hands, which also makes me think Gemini. And now I'm just thinking mutable, period. And the mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. But heavy Pisces, Gemini energy coming through, and Cap, like Capricorn. When I think of hard worker, I think of Capricorn, the earth signs, period, but especially Capricorn, Virgo. So there you have it, double Virgo energy in that case, because Virgo is also a mutable sign. You guys may have parents that are on the other side working to bless your business, your career, whatever this is that have you guys super focused on work. You all need to start matching energies in your relationships. And what I mean by that is if you have people where you're the only one doing the calling, they never pick up the phone and call you, you text them, they don't text back, or they take forever to text you back, match that energy. Stop calling them. If they're not calling you, stop calling them. If they're taking forever to text you back, don't respond, or don't fall over yourself to respond to their texts when they do text you. And I'm not speaking specifically to romantic relationships. I'm speaking to relationships, period. These are friendships. These are people that may be trying to make business connections. People have gotten too comfortable with you being with the access that they have to you, and they're taking it for granted. And also you need to call a spade a spade. If people are not showing up for you, if they're not coming across as a friend, if they're not coming across as an ally, then they are not. This work that you're focusing on is not allowing you to be as accessible as you have been in the past, and you're seeing people kind of act out from that. But hey, you're matching energies at this point. So call out the hypocrites or completely ignore them like they've done you in the past. Okay, let's get back to this relationship that's being neglected that I brought up earlier. Rather, that is romantic or some other relationship. I'm seeing a significant age difference between the two of you. If this is a romantic relationship or a business partnership as well, and the other person is feeling neglected because of this heavy focus on work, it is affecting your relationship more than you think. I would definitely have a conversation with that person because they can very abruptly, as we approach the next full moon, walk away from the relationship and you don't see it coming because you're so focused on work. Okay, that was for some of you. Another thing that kept coming up, I keep seeing double Leo energy. I know I already mentioned those mutable signs, but drop your sign in the comments. Let me know. Leo risings, especially, but Leo rising, sun, moon, and then all the mutables, sun, moon, rising as well. Oh, also to know that this is your group, you all are very lean or you're losing weight right now. Might be on the tall side too. I'm getting heavy on musician too. Something involving music. So there may be some producers. Some of you all are definitely connected to music in terms of profession. I'm even hearing soundtrack scores that some of you are working on, or maybe working on adding. If you add sound to whatever this is that you're creating, it's going to elevate it and change the feel of the project. Just got a ding from that. Okay, I'm going to pull from this box where I wrote just some random things. I am not, for those of you who may not have watched the intro, these are straight channeled messages. I am not using tarot cards, but I did write some things down and I threw them in this box. Let me know what you guys think about me actually having my process on camera. I know some people like that, but right now I'm just focused on getting the message out versus overwhelming myself trying to have everything perfect. So let's see what comes out that I wrote down. Okay, I wish you all could see this. So one of the things that I wrote down is Mace and Cam. If any of you are familiar with the show, it is what it is, with Mason Cam. And let me just explain really quick with this process. When I'm writing these things down, I write them on an index card, cut them up, throw them in the box. I just write whatever is channeled, whatever comes through. So I did not know what Mason Cam was going to mean when I wrote it down. I just wrote it down. So for one, when I think of these two, for one, Mace is a Virgo, so now we got triple Virgo energy. And Virgos tend to be on the leaner side, which goes to what I was saying earlier. And then Cam is an Aquarius, which I started to say Aquarius a couple of times and hesitated because I had already named 5 signs, and I don't like naming a lot of signs. But since AQ energy came up twice, I'm going to say Aquarius too. So this project you're working on, you might be working on this with a childhood friend, a close friend, be considering bringing a friend in. A friend may be trying to bring you into a big project and you have hesitation on it because you are a bit of a control freak. Take the opportunity. If you're not familiar with It Is What It Is, if you haven't watched that before, they're doing very well. They've had success with this, so I expect that if you take this opportunity, you're going to be successful. Really tapping into your heart chakra right now, ready for love, romance, flowers, rose petals in the bath water, like just a lot of self pampering and luxury. So you may be really getting into that right now. I can't help but think of pink when I think of Cam. If you guys know Cameron, um, for those who know, you know. You know what? If you haven't seen the show, just check it out. There may be some messages that come through for you in just watching little snippets. Like if you don't watch the show, just check out the clips. But Cam, I would say, is a more abrasive, flamboyant personality, where Mace, to me, is just a more introverted version of Cam. Like, that's going to resonate for someone. Any of that hits, let me know in the comments, because this is interesting that we pulled Mace and Cam. Erica Badu is coming up for me as well, who is also a Pisces. So now we have like triple Pisces energy. And again, another sign that tends to be lean on the petite side, moon in the eighth house. Definitely what I was saying about matching other people's energies. Pisces, like, they make excuses for people that are not worthy of their time and energy. And they will sit and waste and give to people that are not deserving. Very giving, nurturing, loving sign. I love that about them. But save it, preserve it for people who are worthy of being given to. How is that connecting for this group? Yeah, this loyalty to some of these people who are not giving you the same time and energy, maybe costing you money, costing you successful business ventures. This may be a friend that is not following their own passion. I'm trying to put this gently, but they kind of like don't have a life. Or their life is filled with drama and they're kind of living vicariously through you, but not really. They're more so pulling you down. Right now, they envy you. It's going to progress to jealousy when you check them tugging on your energy. But hey, that's just showing you, confirming who they really are. Now, once you guys shake off this dead weight, there's a lot of luck coming in for you all. And you're going to know that you made the right move. And when you take that first step to call back your energy and you see this crazy windfall or something really lucky or helping you with your business come through, everyone in this group is addicted to the coin right now, to the bag. You all really want stability. There's been some crazy ups and downs with your finances and you're fed up with it. You all might also be drawn to pile one. Because there's definitely similar energies to you all with pile one. Pile one is grinding too. Very similar energies to pile one. So if you guys were drawn to both, then there's your confirmation. I mentioned a parent being on the other side for some of you all earlier. If you don't have a parent on the other side, then you have a parent that's been dealing with some health challenges, which does not mean they're about to transition. So don't freak out. But you may have had a parent that's been dealing with some health challenges that's been taking up some of your time as well. But just know that you continuing to pour into this parent and be patient with them and care for them is blessing you. And so blessings are coming to you for that. For those where the parent is on the other side, write down your dreams. They really want to connect with you right before you go to bed at night, and may even have a message for you when you wake up in the morning, especially if you all are coffee drinkers and you make your own coffee. When you're making your coffee in the morning, they're talking to you. That parent is trying to come through and communicate with you. Those little things that you kind of brush off, no, that's them. Pay attention, connect, use certain things as confirmation. You can say, hey, show me this if this is you, or look at the time on the phone and pick a certain number to know that that's that parent coming through. They are here to support you. You're getting energy out of nowhere to keep going, waking up early, motivated to get these things done. And that's them giving you that energy to go. As to how you're closing out the year. So for those of you dealing with the challenge with the relationship, as long as you have that conversation with that partner and reassure them that it's not them and to be patient with you, then you going into the new year with your head down grinding is not a stressful form of hard work. This is a motivated, excited going into the new year, working hard. The fruits of your labor are really coming. I'm seeing accolades in the summer, June, for this work that you're putting in now. You may see things starting to trickle in now and all the way up until June. But I just see this massive shift in June. For now, I'm going to be very clear on this. When I say this massive shift for the better in June with these accolades, this is based off of you making the adjustments that I've already mentioned. Don't go not make the adjustments and then in June say, oh, you said this was going to happen and it doesn't. Because like for the people where I said you need to shake the dead weight, you need to match energies, you need to have the conversation with the partner, you need to continue to pour into and nurture this parent that needs your help, or listen to the messages from the parent from the other side. All of these things are the things that need to be done to get to that point. So if you're not following that advice, then hey, that timeline can shift. Which, by the way, hit the like button if this message is on point for you all. Like, this encourages me to continue to do this, to continue to leave these messages. Definitely subscribe if you feel called to. It helps push this message out to other people. Group 3. This is now my 3rd time recording your closing messages, the last few minutes of messages for you all. The first time my mic went out and I had to re-record, and the second time I didn't have it set up correctly after I cut the mic back on. I feel like this is just further confirmation that you guys may be dealing with some challenges ahead with studio equipment, recording equipment, to equipment, period. Whatever you guys are using, production equipment, whatever equipment you're using for what you're creating, product you're making, you may have to replace some equipment. You keep pushing, okay? For the 3rd time, we're going to try this. Closing messages, you or your pet may be dealing with a UTI or a kidney infection. Some of the ways that you're going to know this is frequent urination, having to go to the bathroom, having a hard time holding it. You may be experiencing some sharp pains in the left or right hip area, kind of, sort of. That's if you're dealing with a kidney infection or UTI. With your pet, something similar, where they may normally not have a issue with holding it in terms of going to the bathroom, and now they may be having accidents in the home that's not normal for them. If they go in a litter box or outside where you can't see the color of their urine, you can catch, when they're going to the bathroom, catch it on like a white paper towel. And if it's an orange color or a dark color, that can be signs of a UTI or a kidney infection. So obviously you want to get them in to a vet right away. Now for you, I am not a doctor. Seek medical advice, attention for this issue. However, I can say from my personal experience and what I have recommended to others where they have been successful in terms of UTI or kidney infections, oregano oil works great for UTIs. And for kidney infections, oregano oil and bentonite clay in combination with each other, I have known people to have successful results with. I will say again, I am not a medical professional to cover my own behind, okay? And make sure that that is food grade bentonite clay. If we're talking, there's a confirmation right there with the alarm. If we're talking kidney infection, make sure you're using food grade bentonite clay. In the first recording that I had to re-record, I pulled a final closing message for you guys out of my box where I told you guys I had written down a bunch of channel messages. And how I know that this message was absolutely for you all was I actually saw this particular note card that I wrote on or whatever sticking out of the box before I reached into the box. But because I saw it sticking out of the box, I ignored it and I shuffled up the messages that I wrote down really good and then pulled one out of the box, and I still pulled the divine connection message out of the box. So I know this message is for you all. And I got 2 different scenarios. So the first scenario is that romantic relationship that I was talking about earlier. And how you're going to know that this is a soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, but strong divine connection is because there have been multiple times where your partner has said things to you about you, maybe specifically from your childhood or something that happened to you or something you were thinking, and you thought you told them this prior. And they're like, no, they just knew it. You're like, wait a minute, how did you know this happened to me as a kid? Or maybe you're wondering how they knew and you're just assuming you told them. And the same for you, vice versa. Same thing on your end. Another way that you know it's a divine connection with this person, is in the bedroom. Yes. A lot of things that do not have to be said is just on point. They know what you like. You know what they like. And I'm getting a chill from that. I mean, it's spicy. It's like, how do you know that that thing is does it for me? I don't know, but it's a beautiful thing because even though communicating what you like is important as well, just got a confirmation from that, is it is, I think that makes for a spicy relationship too when people are mature enough to communicate what they like. But it's something extra spicy about that intuitive connection where it just flows and you just know what to do and they know what to do. So, yeah, that's another way that it's confirmation that there is definitely a strong spiritual divine connection between you and this person. Now, for those where got another confirmation from that, if you guys heard that ding in the background. Now, for those of you where we're not talking about a romantic relationship, the divine connection is connected to your work. I am hearing literally the opposite of writer's block, where things are just flowing for you guys creatively, whether the words, what you guys are writing is just flowing, or rather it's what you all are creating. There's just a flow, whether you're creating a product and what to put in that product, how to mass produce that product, whatever is just coming to you. It's the same for if you're writing, if you're an author, if you're a artist, writing or producing. Even though you're working hard, there is an effortlessness about it because of how things are just flowing for you. Because this is your calling. This is one of your callings. You guys have many callings because you're multi-talented. This is one of the things that you're meant to do. So there's a divine flow with what you're doing. If you all appreciated these messages, the easiest way to say thank you is to share this video, like, subscribe. It encourages me to keep delivering these messages. So, my fellow alchemists, visualize what you want, speak what you want, and make sure that the way that you're moving is in alignment with what you are asking for. And if you feel you need more messages or just want to get your binge watch on, I will have another video linked in like the upper right hand to your right or your left of your screen. Pile 4. So, shh, no shade to the other piles. We're not going to tell them about this, but you guys actually have a special reading that's coming through. So, just so you guys aren't caught off guard when we go into your group, FYI, there was not supposed to be a pile 4. And what I mean by that is you're going to see that you guys actually have a tarot oracle card reading that is actually on camera. And this was some archive footage of a closeout reading that I did and never put out. Stumbled across this reading, listened to it. It connected so strongly for me. It was so on point. I heard loud and clear, you have to make this. This is pile 4. You have to add this to the year closeout reading. So I am looking forward to reading you guys' feedback for those who picked pile 4. Okay, I hope you all enjoy. Let's get into the reading. On your pile before hitting record, and the first thing that came up in the meditation was focus on your parents, on one of your parents' family right now. Also feel like you guys are just running, rushing, lots to do at the end of the year. Also, I had this twitch, this cramp in the right side of my neck, which is not something that happens for me. So I'm wondering if you guys are dealing with neck pain and headaches. You know how they say you have a crook in your neck because you sleep the wrong way? And so you wake up with a crook in your neck. You guys need rest. Those are the immediate messages that came up in the meditation. There was one other thing. I'm trying to remember what the last thing was. You know, it just seems like there is a focus on spreading yourself between family and things that you need to get done. The focus closing out the year, and then we'll also get into how you're entering the year as well. So let's see what the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck has for up. Look at that. And so we have scarcity. Sequence? Look, don't come for me in the comments if I say the names wrong. I'm not here to put on any airs and pretend like I know all the goddesses in these decks or how to pronounce all their names. So, with respect, I will pronounce the name as best I can. You guys can absolutely tell me how to correctly pronounce it, though. In any case, the first thing it says is scarcity. And the first thing that I'm recognizing is it's the number 21. And when I think of the number 21, I think of 111. 111 for me immediately just says that I'm very spiritually connected, very in tune with your guides, whether you realize you're paying attention to what they're saying and calling to you or not. So I'm just going to say what I'm getting from this card right off top. You are wise beyond your years. You see the woman behind her? That is also you. Both of these women are you. The woman is in front is what everyone else sees. It's this vibrant personality that is in his or her power and that seems just very joyful, upbeat, where you wouldn't even think they were capable of getting as deep as the other side of them that's behind them in this card. Sun and the moon energy. Like when I think of the sun energy, I think of a go-getter, I think of a person that people are drawn to. But when I think of the moon energy, I think of intuitiveness, I think of wisdom, I think of just tapped in tune. These are two sides. This side that's behind the woman out in front, people are asleep on her. They don't even know she's in there. She's in this mix, but she's there and she's guiding the woman in front. It also is bringing me back to the meditation, what came up in the meditation, which was, remember the first thing I said was, in the meditation, I thought of your mother, your parents in the meditation. So I also feel like this woman behind you is representing a parental figure that also is making you feel very supported right now. So let's talk about how you're continuing to wrap up this year and stepping into the new year with this card. This year, overall period, you've been in and out of a scarcity mindset, a lack mindset. You've been constantly checking yourself about it. Like when trying to get out of it, if you catch yourself maybe being more frugal than necessary, or, oh, I'm not going to do this for myself because of this, or I need to save this because of that. You may catch yourself and do your best to correct yourself. People that you have been giving constant grace to, and like right when you get back comfortable and think everything is smooth, they remind you of why you need to cut them off. You're going to finally truly cut that cord. I see you all doing a full moon ritual, cord cutting ritual, something you guys could consider. And look, if you go online, they have these different rituals to do to cord cut. It's all about intention. Cord cutting can be whatever works for you. It's all about the intent, what you're thinking, how you feel when you're going through that cord cutting ceremony. Or hey, it could just be affirmations to yourself that you're done with that person. But bottom line is, I see you cutting off energy vampires that have created blockages for you that you have not realized. Let's just say, you want to manifest the perfect partner, but you're still answering late night requests of someone who does not value you or appreciate you. That's a blockage because energetically, you're not in alignment with what you're asking for. There are so many forms of energetic blocks that we don't realize. If you want to eat healthier, if you want to lose weight, if you want to take better care of your health, and your refrigerator is out of order and in shambles, and food that's spoiling in your fridge, that is not in alignment with what you want. It is a block to what you're asking for. So how you're stepping into the new year, you're letting the energy vampires go. You have more energy to get things done. You're super productive without feeling overwhelmed. And it's not going to be until then that you realize what I'm saying, that, wow, these people really were weighing me down. It is going to be like dropping a ball and chain. Let's get into the tarot. So, okay. I'm remembering something else. So I cleanse the decks before I start reading. And while I was cleansing this deck for you all, this popped out, the Knight of Swords. So let's talk about it. It brought me right back to that image I had of you running. And the running is specifically at the end of the year. It's not going into the new year. The running is now. The running is as you're closing out the year. And honey, you are out of breath. Like even now, I feel like there's such a huge sigh of relief going into the new year. So please follow your guide's advice that's being given through me of releasing whatever this is. I'm getting heavy Aquarian and Gemini energy. I was surprised that this card, the Oracle card, represented the air element because it has the sun and the moon in here. So I was not expecting it to represent the element of air, which the air signs are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But the Knight of Swords screams Aquarian to me because we can be brutally honest, really kind of resent sugarcoating, right? Maybe your honesty has caused you to be misunderstood. And one of the things that us Aquarians have to work on is a tactful delivery. We can sacrifice the tact of the delivery. The delivery can be so poor that a person can't even receive this beautiful message you're giving them because of how it was delivered. I'm saying that to say that, for one, your messages are absolutely necessary. Whatever this is that's going on with you in communication is necessary. What I see is you stepping into the new year with a delivery that is better received in terms of your messages. Rather, it's what they want to hear or not, totally respecting the pureness and accuracy in what you're saying. Now, I'm also hearing that these messages that you're delivering, this could be on a social media platform, this could be a new business venture or a new arena that you're stepping into that's a passion of yours. It could be in writing a book. It could be in a class that you're starting as a teacher, something where you are communicating. Communication is heavy. You're delivering messages, and the purity of your words will be appreciated. Let's get some more clarifiers on how you are stepping into the new year. Ooh, okay. Not the best shuffling skills. Oh, there it is. Both of these, everything has been upright, by the way, for you all. So all these messages I feel are so positive. Everything has been upright. And we have the King of Pentacles. So the first thing I'm hearing is Taurus moon. This is you coming into the new year, for sure. You are not penny pinching. You are not hesitating to buy the things that you need, even things that you want. But the things that you want or are purchasing, it is with a more of a Taurian mindset, even if you're not a Taurus. And what I mean by that is, like Tauruses, they like their comforts. They like nice things, but they also like stability. So they can reel it in and check themselves on the spending, or go out there and do what they need to do to recoup the money that they just went and splurged on some extravagant meal or some shoes that they really wanted, right? They're going to make sure that they're not sitting up broke because they went and catered to their urge to splurge. But what may seem like chaos around you right now, it's actually getting you to this King of Pentacles. It is productive chaos. I know how you feel. I know what that energy feels like. And to give you some peace now, let me tell you, you're absolutely reaping the rewards of all of this productivity that's taking place as you close out the year. You are reaping the benefits of that stepping into the new year. And I was kind of tuning this out, but it keeps coming up. I keep hearing January. So I guess you all are needing to hear that no, when we say stepping into the new year, I am not saying April, March. No, I am hearing January. They are on their throne with their riches. They're on their throne. I literally heard new pair of shoes that you guys have really been eyeballing, that you really wanted. And you've just been waiting to be able to splurge and get them. Yeah, even a spa day spa day, a purse, one of those three things, or who knows, maybe all of them, especially if you all are a tourist. Really been wanting to treat yourself, but you've been being reserved, you've been disciplined, holding back, or even feeling like you don't have the funds to do it. That is not the case in January, my loves. You are absolutely in the position to do this, my fellow alchemist, in January. And so, whew, I keep feeling the need to take deep breaths. And I think that's from you all doing all of this running. I'm literally sitting back in my chair right now with my fingers laced behind my head. I know you guys can't see me, but I feel like I was kind of channeled to do that. Like, this is how you all are going to feel in January. You're going to kick back, kick your feet up, like, yes, I earned this. Pass me my chalice full of wine. I'm actually hearing this Rick Ross verse where he says something about his chalice and staying on balance. Balance. Yeah, Rick Ross energy. Like, yeah, you guys are feeling kind of cocky once you get into the new year, but it's much deserved. Like, oof, whatever you guys are cooking up, I'm feeling it right now. Like right now, sitting back in this chair, I feel like a boss. Ah, that's why Rick Ross is coming up. Yes. Oh, I'm loving this energy. Like at first, like I felt we're gonna get into these astral dice, but yeah, at first I just felt overwhelmed. But ooh, the energy for you all stepping into the new year, feel like a straight boss. Like, yes, I deserve this. Honestly, kind of cocky with it, but definitely staying humble because you all have been through it to get to this point. So there's still humility there. Let's see what the astral dice are talking about and just what I feel with these astral dice because I like the astral dice. So I felt like this was further confirmation of Aquarius energy, even though, see if you guys can see that right here, this represents the planet Saturn. Am I doing a good job of showing that? Yes, I am. That represents the planet Saturn, which is Aquarius sub-ruler. It was Aquarian's initial ruler before Uranus was discovered. So yeah, again, heavy Aquarian energy. This is probably my pile too. And then we also had some Sagittarian and eighth house energy that showed up. Eighth house is represented by Scorpio, but what I'm getting with the Sagittarius in eighth house energy is like when I saw Sag, I just thought of go getter. I thought of this being also a very social time for you. Closing out and entering the new year is a lot of very social. Like right now, you're feeling almost obligated to some of these things that you have to be social with, like meaning close friends, close family members, birthdays are coming up. And if you could just focus on these other things, you would, but you feel like you have to show up for them for their special day. Nothing wrong with that. And you want to. It's just you have so much going on. It's like, how am I going to make time for this as well? That's how you're feeling closing out the year. Going into the new year, the in terms of you being highly social, it's going to be very welcome. You're going to feel like, okay, I'm taking a break, and so I want to be more social. This is a part of my vacation. And the eighth house energy, I just feel like the first thing I'm getting is because I'm thinking of the Tower card, it's just representing the closing of those energy vampire relationships, things that are draining you. You may be an eight in numerology, life path eight. You can easily look that up, how to calculate your life path number if you don't know. But you're basically taking your full date of birth, adding it all up and reducing it to the lowest number. I also feel like this eight represents I'm thinking of the Tower card in tarot, which also represents Scorpio, and it represents you all tearing down these blockages, the energetic vampires, the things that were energetically blocking you from stepping into this King of Pentacles, alchemizing what you want. So, final messages. I feel called to grab another oracle deck for your final message. So I am, and this is a deck that it has an energy that I love about it. It's the Soul's Journey lesson cards oracle deck. Okay, so we're gonna close out your reading with final messages. Oh, well, there it is. Okay, pal 3. This is what's interesting. So when I decided to pull from this other oracle deck, I paused for a moment to thoroughly cleanse the deck before shuffling for you all. And before I could even shuffle, the peace card fell out. This card right here. It immediately fell out. And I ignored it. I was like, yeah, no, not taking that, because it was right on top and I was still cleansing the deck. Well, when I shuffled, the patience card came out. And when I looked up patience, it went to peace. Peace is actually right next to patience because the book itself is in alphabetical order. So it's patience and then peace. I say all that to say I felt called to touch on both of these. For one, because this card came out, I tried to ignore it and it jumped in my face again when I went to read about this card. So we're about to close your reading out, talking about both of these really quick. You guys already know what this is about. You all want it now. You have been waiting what you feel like has been forever, long enough. You're tired of the struggle or whatever it is that has been draining you while manifesting this. You want it now. And I hear you. What we don't want on our manifestations is a forceful, rushed, anxious energy. That's the type of energy that will delay our manifestations. And hear me out, because I know this is so much easier said than done. I hear you. Just remember the energy you are going to be in January if you heed your guide's advice. You can tap into this patience and understand there's a divine order to everything, even when there are delays. They are there for your highest good. If you can tap into that energy of patience, you will not have to be patient for long. That is the best advice I can give you with this patience card. Is it is truly going to be a matter of believing and understanding. Maybe even think back to a time where something was delayed and you were really stressed about it, you were really frustrated about it, and then you fast forward it later to after everything had unfolded and you saw the blessing in that delay. Think back to a time that happened and use that as faith that yes, this patience will pay off, and it's going to pay off much sooner than it may feel like right now. Let's talk about this peace card, because I feel right now you're not in a place of peace because you feel like there's a lot on your plate. Peace. Like, yeah, who doesn't want peace? But when you have real life situations in your face and you have all these things going on, so much easier to say, find peace, than to actually do it. Even if you can't sit and have peace all day long, take take a piece of peace, no pun intended. Take a piece of peace for yourself. And what I mean by that is, whew, if you find peace in just sitting down and turning your phone off and watching 30 minutes, 45 minutes of your favorite program and having a delicious meal, like whatever your form of peace is. Like for me, one of my forms of peace is walking with my dog when it's really sunny out. Like whatever your form of peace is, committing to reading one chapter of a book that you've been wanting to finish. Like it could be a small snippet of peace. That small snippet of peace that you choose to take for yourself is doing wonders for your vibration and putting you where you need to be vibrationally to complete your manifestations, to get you to where you're going to have even much bigger pieces of peace. Look, that's the best way I can put it. Okay. Yes, more peace stepping into the new year, but I really feel like you guys are going to be partying, but The interesting thing is, like, I'm seeing you all, like, let's just say at a party, everyone's like having a good time, the music is blasting, and you guys are just kind of sitting back in your chair. Once again, fingers laced behind your head. Like, yes, I deserve this. Speaking of stepping into the new year, I have a personal goal for myself of getting to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is January 24th. I would greatly appreciate the love and support. Definitely comment letting me know what resonated for you all. I thank you all for allowing me to deliver these messages. If this reading wasn't enough, click on the reading in the upper right hand corner and you can do some binge watching on me.